Hello everybody, this is Rocko Gamer45 here. Today it's time to talk about what new and returning game modes are we going to see in Doom Eternal. They promised that there's going to be new game modes and features, and apparently some of them are not going to be expected. And yeah, that goes throughout the whole series. There's going to be like new modes, new things that we weren't expecting. But before we start trying to talk about or trying to predict what the new game modes are going to be, let's talk about the old ones. So obviously there's three main modes in Doom 2016: campaign, multiplayer, snap map. Two of them are pretty obvious to me that we're going to see return. One of them I hope we do, but it's not too sure. Doom campaign of course is going to exist. I mean, that's what the game is, a single player campaign. It would not be a Doom game if they didn't have a single player campaign. So of course that's going to be there. Multiplayer is also extremely likely as well, because multiplayer has also been there since the start. It might be a complete different set of multiplayer. That's what they might be talking about with different changes. They might have gone back to classic mode, a classic deathmatch, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see multiplayer. Snap map, that's the one that's going to be asking all the questions. Is snap map going to return? Is it going to be different? These are all the questions that we want to know. I'm pretty sure, well, I really hope that snap map is going to return. But how are they going to do it? Is it going to be similar to Doom 2016? Or is it going to have his own sort of new editing completely? That's going to be a video for another day, but honestly I think that snap map will be back. How different it be, I don't know, but it should be back. So then again, we got new game modes. So what could they be? They could be talking about new game modes in multiplayer, maybe even snap map, or they could be talking about complete new game modes altogether. And there's one sort of game mode that would stand out to me, and that is invasion mode. A lot of FPS games sort of go down the invasion route. We've seen a lot of these in the past. We've seen Doom attempt it before in some WODs that we've had. There's like the Skull Tag invasion, that was actually quite fun, and it moved on to like the Delta Labs, I think it's Delta and Alpha invasion or something like that. So many different invasion ones, and they proved to be really popular. I definitely enjoyed playing through a couple of them. So that's something I'm pretty sure that they could easily experiment with to see if it goes well, especially now we've got a high amount of demons. It could easily work into the Doom universe. I'm not saying that they will attempt it, but still I think it's definitely one of the ones they would go for, because then we can have co-op invasion, because since I'm pretty sure co-op's not going to be in the campaign, co-op must go somewhere. And I think it's gonna, if snap map's there, co-op be there. Of course we've got multiplayer, and I think one more would be the invasion mode. It's hard to tell what other kind of game modes we're going to get. As I said before, I'm expecting some kind of classic multiplayer, because they said they are listening to the fans, and a lot of fans said they wanted more classic instead of the loadouts and the sort of experience climb that you have to do to get all the good weapons. People want the classic, everyone's spawning the map with like a pistol, and then you go and find your good weapons hidden around in certain locations. So it goes back to like memory, skill, and pretty much luck as well. If you spawn in the right place next to the BFG, then the map's pretty much yours. So that's kind of what the classic deathmatch I'm expecting to see. I'm pretty sure there's going to be both modes, but the classic deathmatch will feature in the game along the way somewhere. Maybe they won't even add classic deathmatch, but they would edit the deathmatch they got in the game a bit, so it indicates and represents classic deathmatch more than it did in Doom 2016. Another game mode that I'm not sure what its fate would be is the arcade mode. We got arcade mode in an update. It didn't come in the original game, and it wasn't that popular. A few people played it. I played it once, twice possibly. I enjoyed it, but I never returned to it, and I don't really have any intentions unless I start going for all the trophies in the arcade mode. That's literally my only reason of going back to that. I don't know if they will do it. I mean, So it's one of them harmless modes where it's just there for an extra playthrough if you want, but it doesn't exactly matter if it's not there. Not like if there's no snap map or something like that, which will play a huge part in the game and its lifespan as well. Arcade mode won't really do that. It's just they're said there for the fun. It's just a harmless extra mode if you want to play through it or not. So that's the modes I can think of right now. It's hard to think of any new game modes because I don't know which one. First of all, before we can start doing that, we need to see what kind of gameplay Doom Eternal is going to go for. If it's going to be very similar to Doom 2016, or it's going to have more of Doom 1-2 elements in it. We don't know yet. When we find that out, that's when we can start guessing some more of these game modes. But I'm pretty sure Invasion is the highest one for me at the minute. That's the one that I can think of that could easily be in the game. Surviving, I don't know, 20-30 waves of increasingly difficult and more tough enemies as it goes on. So higher enemy count, higher enemy difficulty. Just like the classic Invasion, but it'll probably have a Doom twist along the way as well. Like all the game modes in multiplayer had a twist, like the classic ones, like Capture the Flag turned into like this label kind of thing, and Last Man Standing kind of went into more of a freeze tag sort of game. They was all there, but they were classic little Doom twists, and that's what I'm expecting the new Doom to do with Invasion, if it exists. Another thing, before I end the video, is just want to talk about, I hope that in a weird way that they do keep the deathmatch in Doom 2016 as well. Obviously, it's not as good as it could have been, but I still hope they keep the mode where you get the demon room, where you get to pick what demon you want, because it'd be really cool to play as some new Doom 2 enemies, such as the Arachnotron or Archvile. I think it'd be really cool just to play as them, or maybe even play as a Pain Elemental and sort of spam room out with Lost Souls. It'd be really cool to play as them, but at the same time I do hope that we see classic deathmatch. Like I said, hopefully we'll see both classic deathmatch and modern deathmatch, give you a bit more of an option to choose from. That way I think that can keep the new fans and the old fans satisfied of Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Keep them all satisfied then. So anyway, what new game modes do you think are coming? Do you think that we're going to get any brand new game modes, or do you think it's just going to be the old ones edited, or do you think that Snap Map or multiplayer, or maybe the arcade mode are gone? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.